This is Glasgow Rangers Nation. I am Owen James. This is your Rangers news channel. All the very latest from the club. Are two more players about to depart Rangers before the end of this transfer window? One sooner, the other one slightly later in the window, according to the reports that are currently doing the rounds at this moment in time, coming out of English media, coming out of Greek media, and coming out of Italian media also. So the two Rangers players in question are Jose Cifuentes. Yes, he is still a Rangers player, even though obviously he spent most of last year on loan at Cruzeiro. The other one is the man that divides fan opinion a great deal and causes a lot of arguments and name calling and a lot of trolling online, Cyril Dessers. So let's start off with the Jose Cifuentes news, which is apparently a lot closer than we may think. Now, we heard all sorts about him departing, him not departing, him suddenly, going to Aris, Limassol, Aris Thessaloniki, then going to Turkey, then returning back to South America. Lots of reports. Now, what happened, obviously, was that his loan to Cruzeiro was cut short. It was apparently Cruzeiro wanted to end the loan. The loan was ended. I think there's probably some sort of financial payment in there, obviously, to end the loan early. He was due to stay there until I think it was December time. There was also an option to buy for Cruzeiro in that deal as well. Obviously, they didn't want that option to buy. It was an option, not an obligation. Therefore, there was obviously no, legal right for Rangers to go and say, well, you needed to buy him to give us the money. So he has returned to Glasgow. Now, we know that Jose Cifuentes, despite the fact that Michael Beale called him the missing link, I don't know what sort of missing link he was, has never really settled in Glasgow, never really lived up to, the hype that he came in with. A lot of people watched him in the MLS and thought he was a good footballer, thought he played very well, thought he was a very skillful, very good attacking midfield player, sort of player that Rangers needed, an 8 that Rangers needed in their midfield, a box-to-box player. But the problem is, I think that the MLS, I'll probably get slaughtered by the MLS people for this, is a retirement league. It is a very slow league. I don't know if you ever watched MLS football, but it's quite boring at times. But it is a retirement league. And I think also the step up in pace, intensity, aggressiveness from the American game to the British game was far too much for Jose Cifuentes. On top of, like I said, that I don't think he ever settled in Glasgow. Now, reports have it that he will complete terms on a deal on Monday to move to Aris Thessaloniki. Isn't that just the most crazy ass badge you've ever just seen in your entire life? Some Greek god statue like thing. I've just random as. Like having Broxy Bear on our badge, or I don't know, or Walter Smith half in the new. I don't know, just random in it. Anyway, according to reports, he is to undergo a medical on Monday and will complete his move to Aris Thessaloniki on Monday. That is what is being said in the media over here and in Greece. Now, this deal that is going through allegedly on Monday, which, like I said, we all say is allegedly until it actually is confirmed, says that Cifuentes will move to Aris Thessaloniki on loan initially, but this time with an obligation to buy next summer. So it's not an option, it is an obligation, which means that Aris have to buy the player, even if he is awful. So now there is all sorts of rumours swelling around about what the fee is, what it is, what it could be. Like I said, it's been claimed that he will have his medical on Monday. It will be a loan move with a permanent move next summer, with that mandatory purchase option. No word is yet on what that mandatory purchase option totals yet. There's been rumours that it's 4.2 million, 4 million. There have been the rumours. I think, if Niels Koppen has managed to negotiate a £4 million transfer for Jose Cifuentes after a £1.5 million move to Rangers, where he really hasn't shown anything, and Cruzeiro really hasn't shown anything, then Niels Koppen has definitely got the magic stick, or he will be seen on Rogue Traders very soon for a scam and a con job. But if that comes off, it will be an excellent move. Obviously, it gets him off our wage bill this season, which is obviously a positive. Yes, it means the money doesn't come in until next summer, but that's quite clever planning ahead, because that's kind of guaranteeing money, say 4 million coming in to pay for £4 million Cortez, so kind of balancing off the book. So I think it's probably quite clever financial work from Niels Koppen. Now, the other story that is currently in the media over in Italy, and a number of sources in Italy, is that Cagliari are back in for Cyril Dessers, but this move is dependent on one of their players departing. So Cagliari, Serie A side, ambitious Serie A side, apparently are very much interested in securing the services of Cyril Dessers from Rangers. Now, this all depends on this man here. And I know what you're all saying. Who is that man, Owen? Well, his name is Gianluca Lapadula Vargas. He is a Peruvian international striker. Someone who has been a great success for David Nicola, the Cagliari manager. Lapadula is a player who has had a very interesting past history. Now, Lapadula is 34 years old. He's played a lot of his career in Italy. He's played for Parma. He's played for AC Milan, for Genoa, for Lecce, Benvenuto, Lecce, and had 36 caps, scoring 9 goals for Peru. Now, he has been at Cagliari since 2022, scoring 24 goals in 59 games. Now, however, it has been rumored that he will be leaving the club this summer. Now, if that comes off, apparently, and it's all ifs and buts, if Lapadula is sold, which there is a good chance he will be, then Cagliari will move to sign Cyril Dessers as his replacement. Apparently, the manager has identified Cyril Dessers as the replacement for Lapadula. Now, I know what you're all thinking. This is, why would we sell the player who's scoring goals at the moment? Why would we sell the player who, is finishing off chances for us at this moment in time? I think this is very much open for debate again, isn't it? There's a lot of people who will say no, under no circumstances do we sell Cyril Dessers, especially not as Hamza Igman is not fit yet. And Danilo, obviously, there's something going on with him as well. Still rebuilding his fitness, apparently. So, the situation is that if we were to sell Cyril Dessers by the end of this window, I think this move would happen later in this window. It wouldn't happen next week, or it would happen towards the last week of the transfer window. Would obviously bring in a substantial amount of cash, maybe to be over £4 million. If that comes off, then it would free up money for Rangers to go and buy a striker, something that a lot of fans have wanted. Now, fans have said that we need to find a striker. We need to sign a clinical striker, someone who's definitely going to guarantee you 30 goals a season. But the thing is, with Rangers, I genuinely feel at this moment in time, there is no chance of us signing a striker while we have 3 strikers on the books, possibly 4 if you include Zach Lovelace, who also seems to have disappeared from the face of the planet, despite the fact, again, he's not injured at the moment. In terms of this move, look, I think there's a lot of people will say no, under no circumstances to sell him, not a chance. The thing you've got to remember is the guy is 29 going on 30. He's not going to develop. He's not going to get any better at this stage. He is going to plateau, stay very much as he is at this moment in time. And after that, then obviously there'll be a downward trend in his career once he hits 31, 32. That's just how it happens with strikers. Now, if that's the case, then, we're not going to regroup the money that we got for him, which is about £4 million, £4.5 million, which we paid to Cremonese for him. Now, of course, if we were able to get that out of Cagliari, that would obviously then earn us flat back. It would also free up his 27 grand a week salary, which is then money that could be reinvested into the team to buy a striker. So I think, it's very much a kind of a split one. Now, my personal opinion is that if the bid comes in and it's a substantial amount, if it meets Rangers' valuation of £4.5 million, then I think we sell him. We have to sell him. I don't think there's any choice, because the guy is 29 going on 30. He isn't going to get any better. He isn't going to develop any further. And that is useful money that can then be used to actually go out and sign a striker who is a lot more clinical. And I think we saw yesterday, in a nutshell, Cyril Dessers, a decent enough finish. In the first half, which a chance that, you'd expect any striker to put away with that header down from Dio, putting him right in, with the chance to score. Then the second half, he gets that chance where he's 1-on-1 with the defender and he completely balloons it over when he really should, at least work the goalkeeper. And I think there you see Cyril Dessers in a nutshell. And it's still that worries me about Dessers, that, that he doesn't finish chances when it genuinely is, a game on the line. So, look, I think he doesn't, I think that if this money comes in, given his age, given where we're at as a club, we take the money. We take the money, we reinvest it, we work on from it. That's my personal opinion. You may disagree with that, and that's fine if you do. Well, guys, let me know what you think of these two stories about this possible two departures, one soon, one later on in the window. Thank you for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. As always, please smash the like on the way out. And remember always, we are the people.